Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Boy, I've been, I'm always thinking, I'm trying to figure out things all the time. And I see so much stuff that makes no sense to me all the time. And it's funny because lately I've been, like I say, this place is rich and the poor, and it's probably about 90% poor, and I've been looking for to get remarried, and then at the first of the year I decided, well, maybe I just need to, because I'm just having a hard time finding somebody that wants to do the commitment. And so I thought, okay, we'll just do a companion kind of thing. But when I did that, that opened up all kinds of stuff. And I say, because I'm not looking, because I'm just looking for a companion, it just, like I say, it opened up that 90%. The 90%, they know they're in a different class. I might be saying it all wrong when I say the upper class and the lower class. But they don't associate with the 90% or the 10%. The 90% doesn't. They work for the 10%. And I remember, I've owned businesses all my life. I serve others. That's what I do. I enjoy serving others. Just what I do. And that's what the 90% does. They serve others. They serve the other 90% and they serve the 10%. I haven't been able to, their mentality is different. And I say, so now I'm going out with some of the 90%. And it's got to remember, we don't even speak the same language. So it's fun. I have a lot of fun because we try to communicate. We try to talk to each other. And for them, I'm taking them places that they don't ever get a chance to go. And it's funny because you can see they try to better their lives. You can see and it's funny because the 10%, they really don't like me messing with the 90%. Like I say, they're in their own class and you're supposed to leave them alone. Okay. And I'm taking this 90% into places they don't get to go. It's not like I told you in racial days, there's places that I couldn't go into because I wasn't white. So there's theaters I couldn't go to, or on the theaters they had certain places that I could sit. And restaurants would be the same thing. Some restaurants didn't allow me in, some let me in certain areas. Now this was all when I was probably less than 12 years old. And like I said, when I was less than 12 years old, don't forget I didn't have a mom. So I was on my bicycle and I was all over, everywhere. I went all over. And I grew up in Topeka, Kansas. And that was one of the last segregated school system in the nation. I went to an all-white school too. So, but what it is, I've never been, because I was rejected by everybody, the blacks and the whites, being a follower wasn't a big deal to me. I mean, I wasn't, go keep up with the Joneses, like now they get a new pair of tennis shoes, I need to get a new pair of tennis shoes, all this kind of stuff. I never was into that. I don't understand any of that stuff. And like I say, we owned a Chinese restaurant, and so I had work to do when I was a child, and so I worked and worked. I served others, like I said, and like I said, I never looked at myself as being in a different class as others. I mean, I didn't know. We had, like I say, we had all these so-called professionals that would come into our restaurant, and we would serve them, and we would have poor people that we would serve them, and some were really, really poor, didn't have any money, and they would come to the back door, and I would serve them the same thing. I need to make a video talking about how that was done. But anyway, it's funny because what I've been looking for is, well, I know, like I say, I'm not going to get married. So what I'm looking for is someone that just wants the company, someone that wants to be taken out. One of the things is, I've been all over, not only this country, but all over Central America and Mexico and stuff. So I've seen places that a lot of the local people don't. And I would like to take somebody as a company with me, but these people, they can't go into Mexico. We have to stay in Central America. And then, but another thing is, they all work. This is one thing that I've noticed, is all the poor people work. And so I've been watching them and seeing how their different lifestyle is than from me, and not only what I have now, but the way I've been brought up. I say I was brought up with no mother, so I mean it was really odd like that. But one thing, well, I've noticed a lot of things. So I'm going to start. One of the things that I can't understand, I never could understand, is their mental development. All this time I thought it was in their genes, and I'm still not convinced it's not. And that's what we're talking about, the different races, and that's why I made a video talking about how I don't agree with mixing races. And even though I'm mixed, but that's why I know it's not a good thing to being mixed like that. But because it gets confusing, and that's what they're doing now with me when I'm going out with them, taking them places. They really get confused, and I don't know what's happening because I can't talk to them. But I don't know if their friends are giving them a hard time for coming out with me or what. But I don't know. But some of the things that I've been watching is, like I say, they all work. They work hard. They don't work smart. I work harder than most people. I mean, golly, my adult life, there's been times, I'm always working, 12 to 16, 18 hours a day. So I worked a lot, but like I say, I worked smart. I was setting goals. I wasn't just putting my time in. And that's what they do. They keep putting their time in to get their paycheck. They are focused on their paycheck, their money, and I've talked about that. And that's why I don't understand, even in the United States, I don't understand why so many people focus on making money. I don't understand that. And I thought it was just because maybe something in my bringing up or what it is. But what I've figured out is I've worked smart. So it's not that I was working to get how much money can I make. It was, I want to do something with my life, and when I do something with my life, money just comes with it. So that's why I don't let the system educate me, because they're educating me to a limit. That's why I'm self-educated. I learn things on my own. I want to do more than what the system projects on me. I want to do more. They are here, the education system and the lifestyle. You got to remember, these people have been working on their culture, making things work for over 500 years. You know, the United States is a new nation. I mean, less than 250 years. So, and what's happened is these people are just, all they do is work and get their money. They spend their money and they work. And I've been watching, and one of the things that I really noticed is child development. And they don't eat properly. And this is what I don't understand, because like I said, children, they're developing, golly, really up to, I would say probably up to 20, 21 years old. It's really developing while they're teenagers. Their body's going through all kinds of stuff. And what I've noticed is the kids here, well, and adults, with all this fresh, good food, they don't have that. They don't eat that. They eat prepared food, a package. They open it up. And then that made me start thinking, how about in the United States? And how many of you people use fresh food when you eat? Or do you open packages? Now see, I don't open packages. I have all fresh food. But then again, I'm the 10%. Like I say, I've got people that shop for me. I got people that cook for me. So I eat fresh food all the time. And that's why I noticed every time I come down here, my health improves. The air sucks, you know, because all the volcano activity and the diesels and all this stuff. But like I say, my health really improves. And why is it? None of my food comes out of a package. And I mean, all my meals are fresh food. And that's what I've noticed. The 90%, they don't. I can't believe, well, about the freshest that they eat would be bread. And they eat a lot of, and see, now, I don't know if it's a joke anymore, but when I was a kid, we used to all the time joke about having ketchup sandwiches. So it's just bread with some ketchup on there, and then that's, you know, because the poor people, that's all they had. And I got to remember, I came around after the Depression, but I knew a lot of people that went through the Depression, and they were happy to get their ketchup sandwiches. And my father had a restaurant during the Depression, and he was selling soup. So, and so they'd get soup and bread. And because you can't get any cheaper than that, you know. So, and that's what I have in the evenings is soup. And it's not open up a can of soup or a package, pour it in the water. I mean, it's real soup. And then I got real eggs with beans and fresh fruit for breakfast. So, you know what I mean? And these people, they don't. It's cheaper for them to eat bread. It's cheaper for them to, how do you say it? Eat at McDonald's. That's why I couldn't believe a lot of these gals I've been going out with, they love McDonald's. I mean, how can you love McDonald's? It's poison. You know, well, it tastes good, but like I say, there's no nutritional value to it. And so that's their idea of going out to eat is McDonald's. And so, and greasy food. And that's why I've noticed, well, I guess you don't see a lot of people in my videos, but a lot of them or overweight. And that's another thing I couldn't figure out. Well, maybe it's just in the way they, you know, I mean, that's the way they are, you know. So, but now I've been watching their diets, and I see it's not. It's done. This is what they do to themselves. And but anyway, I don't know. I'm just giving you some thoughts. I don't know how it applies to your life, but I think it's something you need to be thinking of. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.